Hey everybody, this is Danny from Baka Entertainment, and with me I have Gogan.
Yep. Gogan with you here as well.
So we got vision holder and animator.
Hey.
Just kind of gonna show you the new gameplay of the current build, and kind of show you what we've been doing and what we've been adding. Just kind of been pretty excited about this because we have Malaboy ready to go and his cart with his vehicle finally all set up and everything. So no longer is he in the pirate cart with no weapon.
Yeah, super exciting stuff, man. Yeah, he's looking. I mean, he was looking cool with the pirate cart and everything, but now that he's got his own cart and it goes with his character and goes with his style, and he's got his mallet, knocked out little mallet, and it's awesome, man.
Super happy with this. Yeah, it's looking like a lot of fun. So I think the biggest part about this is that we got the card in. From what we can see right here, we got this really pretty looking cart. And weapon as well, and it's animating pretty well. We got the engines pumping, and even on the weapon itself. Once we add VFX, I think it'd be really cool to add, especially on this this hard smackdown, some fire VFX on the back of that weapon there.
Oh yeah, and with those engine pops, because you sit there for a second. When we're driving, we can exaggerate these a little bit more, but when you're just idling there before you're about to take off, there's a couple of those pipe bursts, and have cool bursts of smoke come out when that happens, and then probably when you take off in the race, like Mario Kart, when you hold down the A button or whatever, have some flames, come out, and
that'd be perfect. Yeah, I think the timed VFX with smoke, like we said, on those pops, that'd look really cool. Yeah, on that boost, just have a nice little blast. That'll look really cool. But yeah, I think that's kind of some things to talk about. So currently we do have Malaboy in. He's able to reverse and pull forward, and similar to the last one, we kind of have that nice left right, a pretty clear animation separation, and kind of that clean, I guess, betweens, which is looking really fun. His hair is kind of moving around like the last time, but yeah, we have the wheels functioning without kind of clipping like before. We got the basic animation is happening. One of the big things I like to say is that I'm really loving these attack animations now. They're looking super cool. I really wanted to have that kind of effect, similar to Smash Brothers, where you could do a quick attack or you could do a loaded attack. And as you can see, we decided on the direct side to side, rather than kind of where you're kind of looking around and it's a aimed thing. I think that this definitely feels clean and better for the player. Kind of, it's not as confusing, and you're not having to change your camera angle and kind of lose sight of where you're going.
I think the power up is going to be super cool, and especially with VFX, we're wanting as you can see, it kind of happens already. The mallet's gonna it's gonna scale up in size, and the engines are gonna get bigger, and then we're hoping for the whole hammer to get more red as it's charging, and then when you release, it kind of just boom,
Yeah, we could probably add a shader for that, kind of that hot metal kind of feel.
Yeah.
For sure, kind of a gun barrel, muzzle, whatever would after, especially with a railgun or something like that that's gonna be shooting a whole lot. You'll have that kind of feel, and it is kind of charging. I love how that shakes more as well when it's fully charged. That feels really good.
Yeah, maybe if you hold it too long, maybe you can have animation player, what am I looking for? A consequence of holding it too long, and it kind of sparks out or something, blows up or something.
That would be pretty cool. Have a detriment for overholding it and stuff.
That'd be pretty cool.
You could explode or something.
Yeah, so you can't just sit there and hold it the whole time and then release it whenever it's convenient for you. You got to pick and choose when you're going to hold it and release it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a lot of things that I think would be really fun to add up on this on the next build and everything. So let me show the next animations. We have our boost. So basically, currently by holding shift, and we have most of the functionality happening with the controller as well. one issue that we're kind of running into is that our blueprints for the wheels are a little bit static. And so we have this pretty cool animation of him boosting forward, and as you can see, the front wheels kind of pop off, which is pretty unfortunate because I think this is a super cool animation, and the blueprints just are not like ready for it. So I'm really hoping that we can have a better blueprint, so that I can kind of follow the axle rather than like its own like axes.
Yeah, I think right now we're just using kind of a generic kind of blueprint right now with some generic scripts and everything that are kind of attached to the cart right now. But once we really dive into more characters and everything, I think we'll get more of a robust system with that cart and everything.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm hoping so, because I really love this animation, how it kind of kicks back and everything. It really looks like it's boosting forward. So here we have our drifting set up and everything with basic VFX. Right now they're kind of cards, but we'll have kind of sparks to that. So this is what happens basically if you press the jump button, where you hold the jump button, similar to how like Mario Kart does it, and now I can continuously drift. Actually, I'm rocking back and forth. It's kind of like a drift strafe system I have. That's kind of like, it's really solid to like be able to go around corners. And then at the end of releasing your drift, like similar to Mario Kart as well, you will get that nice boost. So it's kind of like I'm going to go around an edge, and then I can boost forward. So yeah, pretty fun. Well, might have to tweak some settings on like just how fast you might go for a boost, or maybe like a lighter drift, where you'll get less of a boost on the lighter drift. So kind of like a scaling thing. I know with Mario Kart they have like 3 different kinds of drifting speeds, I think it was, where it'll show kind of like yellow, blue, and red sparks based off of how long you've been drifting, and then off that color feedback, it will boost you further or harder. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I think it's like a time, like the longer you can hold the drift, the longer you'll remain in like a boosted state or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, and I really enjoy that. So I guess onto the next animations that our fellow Gogan has added is our tack animations. Oh, looks like I'm flipping into the other cowboy.
Nice.
That's just a collision error.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so as you can see, our collisions are pretty box collisions right now. Where I'm colliding on him. I think later on we'll probably have the collisions be strictly the chassis, so we won't be kind of mixing in the wheels. It'll be a little bit more difficult to do this. So right now our collisions are just a little bit too big. But yeah, anyway, we wanted to do kind of that right now because of the attacks. I don't know why he boosted there, but anyway. So with the attack animation, we have, see that collider box right when I smack down. So this whole kind of area around the side of him will have this kind of damage area, this area effect thing. So yeah, as you can see, we have this kind of hitbox area. Area effect, kind of like you can see that box, and he takes damage as he hits. So right now we do a flat 10 damage out of 100, but we're hoping that the longer that you hold this button, the more damage it'll do. And also currently we just have a basic kind of like feedback animation of being hit, which right now is kind of like a knock. I'm assuming that's kind of proccing whenever I like run into him. It's kind of proccing like a boost or something. I'm not sure why he's flying forward. That's kind of funny, but I think it's collision. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, we're hoping that it'll not only do more damage but also have more of a knockaway. So similar to Smash Brothers, where you'll send the enemy flying in an arc, kind of like airborne arc, and then when they hit the track again, they can start driving.
Maybe you can go run into like one of those bombs and show maybe what it'll look like when you hit another character.
Right, yeah. So this is kind of a show of if I hit from the side like that. So this is that's a pretty exaggerated version of like an explosion. However, a mage user or a bomb thrower kind of character might have that kind of knock away and damage and everything. But however, unlike Malaboy, where you can like hit left and right directly, they'll have to actually aim their ability, so it's a little more more difficult to hit. This is kind of the idea, is a kind of watered down version of this effect, where you'll probably kind of just go into a kind of an arc and then land again. That way you're not completely displaced and you're not losing all your momentum with the racing. So like with this, it's a very kind of static. You go up and down, and then like if I keep my wheels going, I don't lose a whole lot of momentum, which is great. But you have so much airtime that they'll just fly ahead of you. So I think we'll have to reduce the airtime significantly for it. Just like a basic hit or like a slam hit.
Yeah.
So the last attack, which I currently don't have damage for right now, but that's just because of a compiling error I'm having, is our like special attack ability for Malboy, which is kind of an AoE swing attack. And so this is going to do AoE, so all fully around the character. It's going to be like a push and an attack, so similar to our right and left attacks. It will do damage and then kind of push everyone away. So this is really good for those corners. So say if this is a drop off in the corner, you can do your special attack and knock people off the side. Probably the best time to do it would be around that time. Or skinny areas of the track. So yeah, basically we're trying to have him be very heavy in melee as a kind of more standard melee type character.
Yeah. If there were like there were like a bunch of people around you, you want to use that attack. It pushes them all away all at one time, to get you away from you, so you can kind of like boost ahead of them, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think this is probably one really good thing for our like kind of experimental mechanic that I'm hoping to add, which is like the chaos meter. So like as you attack in Chaos Kart, the chaos meter can go up. The chaos meter basically allows you to be able to have an extra boost. And so basically, if you're able to get a successful spin attack on multiple enemies, then the chaos meter can fly up as well as knock away your enemies. But yeah, ultimately, this is kind of like your push away prod. Say if you're kind of low health, then this would be a really good way to kind of get people away from you. So yeah, this is basically meant for that like knock away setup and everything. Whereas kind of these are more of like your basic damage attacks and everything. But yeah, so this is kind of like the setup for Malboy. I'll show you kind of like a little bit roundabout for the character again. So same model for right now. We're thinking about updating his model soon, but this is kind of where he is at the moment.
Malboy's model.
Yeah, his basically model.
Yeah.
And then yeah, got a nice little idol here. As well as we are going to be adding the idle systems for the character select as well. And Gogan, I know you have some stuff to show for that. Or if you have been watching the videos, then you've seen Gogan working on the Malboy idol and the Reveneer idol's coming up as well. So kind of like the next character is going to be that mage character that if you've been seeing anything of the recent videos and updates and everything, the art of the game. On our last major update, we showed kind of a few different characters in the works, and Revenera is our next one up.
Yeah, she's looking really fun, and she's got a broomstick, and she's been really fun to start animation on and get her animation idols up and going, character select idols. So it's gonna be a really fun, cool character. Absolutely. And quite a big contrast from Malboy, since he is a melee character, right? And she's going to be like a shooting character.
Absolutely.
And so and also personality wise and character design wise, she's just kind of a contrasting character. So it'll be really fun to see a mix up of characters in the game that have their own unique personalities and things that they bring to the table.
Yeah, I see Malboy is definitely more of a punk character, and Revenera is a little more timid, like a mage at the academy and everything. She's kind of like a new learning character. However, she has an overpowered cursed spellbook that kind of gives her a little bit more of an oomph in her damage. So kind of a thing that I'm looking to kind of accomplish is everyone will kind of have their basic left and right attacks. So we'll play around with it and everything, but I'm hoping to kind of cast left and right as maybe a basic damage attack, but then her main abilities will definitely consist of like having to actually look around her and attack in that direction, so her actual like skill shots. And we might, if you kind of are a new player and you're kind of used to kind of looking forward to everything like most standard kart games, then of course you can just cast it in front of you. And I think that will be kind of a really good way to kind of just get acclimated to the game itself, is just front casting. But kind of when you get a little more advanced and everything, then you can kind of side sweep and then do a quick cast and then snap back in front.
Yeah, maybe her screen, when you have that character, she'll have like maybe a bullseye or something like that, where you can aim and then hit characters when you're speeding by them or something like that, off to 45-degree angle or like 30-degree angle or something like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea, and similar to kind of like if we have a gun champion or any kind of range champion, we'll have. I think that anyone who basically has a skill shot will have some kind of crosshair setup and everything, even if you're not scoping or kind of like locking on or whatever it is. That there will be some kind of crosshair, so you can kind of always know where you're going to be hitting at.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to just understand like your distance and kind of where you're placed at and everything. But yeah, so this is looking really solid, and I think this is a great part for the MVP for Malavoy. Speaking of the MVP, real quick, kind of what you hit on a little bit was the kind of the mechanical differences between Malavoy and Revenera, and so basically for our MVP, we want to have a few different champions. Definitely those two, maybe one other, that all have very different kind of mechanics. So if there's a tank character, there's a gun character, there's a mage character, and there's a melee character, like the different kinds of abilities I think will show really well for an MVP and kind of prove those mechanics can work while driving. I think that's probably the biggest things we need to figure out right now, is how does it feel, is it fun, those kind of things.
Oh yeah, it's going to be absolutely exciting to see all the different types of characters, especially, and that's what's going to make Chaos Kart so much different and cool, is it's just like the different kind of abilities each player has. Because you got Mario Kart, but each player in Mario Kart kind of does, you can grab items and throw them all the same way and everything, but each character doesn't have really a unique ability that they bring to the table that really pushes them further in the game or really helps them in the game. And so it's really cool to see the differences that Chaos Kart can bring to the table from other kart racing games.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a good point. I really do want to stress the difference of, like, this is not just a skin change when you change characters. It's a completely different game feel when you change characters. Like, if you imagine, like, Bowser could, breathe fire while driving from left to right or something like that. That's good. That's probably a good visual for what it's kind of looking for,
That would be so awesome. But that's what Chaos Kart is going to bring to the table, man. That's what Chaos Kart is going to give players and a way more strategy based kart racing than just simply being able to turn corners and do. I mean, there's definitely people that are better at Mario Kart than others, but Chaos Kart is going to bring a whole new thing to that idea.
I'm hoping so, and even just the idea of like running into a champion and there being like health systems in general. Like for instance with Mario Kart, if you get hit, you'll be knocked up, and it's kind of like an inconvenience. With this, I'm really going to have a kind of deathmatch game mode where you can either win by racing or you can win by destroying the other champions, or the idea of like when you die all the way, you'll explode and you'll kind of be set back a little bit and try to get back up to the pack and everything. So there's definitely a lot of things to consider. Was that?
I like the visual you give when we're talking about how we want to implement things. I like the visual of Mario Kart mashed up with like Super Smash Bros. Yeah. As far as the health system goes and the damaging system goes, I think it's a good visual on what will be possible with Chaos Kart.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Even the airborne system is kind of inspired by Smash Brothers, where like the at the moment it's going to be like the stronger attack it is, the further you'll fly and everything. That's also considered with abilities, like the more potential it has to knock you out of the arena as well. And I think that'll be kind of fun. And then as far as items go, even it would probably feel more like a well, I guess because Smash Brothers does have different kind of items and everything that are universal and stuff. But I think with this, it would be more of like a health, stamina, like a chaos meter. It would basically be a boost of something. That way, like if you're say you're on your last legs and you're being attacked, and you can kind of pull a like health item. That would be more of what I always think. What I would be thinking for like items, rather than like you throw a shell and everyone can do that.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be more of like, oh, I'm about to die and I need, I need a little pick me up. You know, so yeah, we'll definitely play around with a lot of stuff, and we'll definitely have to QA a lot of things. And I guess the last bit would be the setting up multiplayer. That will be probably more of the final, like once we get a few of the champions polished and have that ready, then we'll start doing QA with multiplayer, having peer-to-peer multiplayer, so not server-based. And I'm really hoping that in our videos in the future we'll be able to show that, like say me and Gogan fighting and racing together.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. That'll be super exciting.
Yeah, that'll be a good time. So yeah, I think that will be ultimately what we do before releasing the kind of our MVP to investors and that kind of thing. Would be kind of proving at least 3 champions and then showing them off in a multiplayer fashion. Yeah, so this is our current up-to-date state of play with Malapoi, and hoping that in maybe a few months or so we'll have Revenir up and running and have some spell casting going. And if we do anything else for Malapoi, maybe we'll add one more ability or something like that. But I think he's looking pretty solid right now. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thanks for hanging out, Gogan. I appreciate you being here with me. So
yeah, thanks for having me on the call. I'm excited, for people to see the animations that Malapoi will have, and they can get excited about new animations that other characters will have. It's been super fun working on this character.
Yeah, it's been good having you, man. And yeah, we're looking forward to doing some more. All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Baka Bros Entertainment for more updates on our game development videos. And just remember, keep on developing, bros.
Happy developing, bros.